Welcome to another episode of the Kickback. There we go. That's how we
we already started.
Record without recording?
It was already recorded.
Okay. Just have to say anything. Whatever.
Hey, it's
This
just
time.
so. As always, I'm Cameron.
As always,
Yes.
that was lit. And Corey, Cronin.
Why?
Why? Don't question me. Just go.
Horror, bro, what?
Cronin.
What is that?
Alias.
No. Well, where did that come from? That's the question I have.
Where
did that come from?
Introduce yourselves, and that's gonna be the first time. Story time.
No. Where did it come from? Did someone mispronounce your name?
No.
My name is Corey.
So, look.
Easy to say.
So that's the game tag for this reason. Me and Trent used to play DC Universe Online.
Okay.
We used to do duos 24/7.
Okay.
Like his big thing is his name was Loudon, and he's like hey, like since we always do this, like we can see each other, brothers. Why don't you like have some sort of like combination name too? I'm like whatever, like done. I don't give a fuck.
You changed your name, but he didn't change his name to anything.
For real. So you literally
that was one-sided.
For real. You let this and bro, I met the cat.
Time out.
You let him.
I named it My Hero because first off, DC Universe. Let's be honest. I don't give a fuck about heroes. My heroes.
No. But hang on.
No.
Okay.
That's my fucking thought process.
No,
Okay.
yeah.
No, that's my goddamn story.
Go ahead. Yeah. You know what? You're right. Go for it.
So I'm like, fuck it, whatever. Then we joined a league, and everybody kept calling me that, and they associated my gamer tag with that too.
Yeah.
That's what people do, yeah.
So then they start. Even when I was a villain, they still called me that.
Yeah.
So translation, he didn't think about that far enough.
He didn't think about the repercussions.
He
to
thought
the
it was
actions
just
that he
like-
took.
Oh, that's just a game. No problem.
Yeah.
That's you now.
So hang on, wait. But now, hang on, no.
Guess what he names me whenever I play stuff?
I didn't name her that.
You name her?
Gabe named her.
Caradine.
Gabe did that.
Caradine.
Gabe did that.
So wait.
That's
So
so cute.
now
Wait.
Trent is responsible for naming
Wait.
not only your gamer
Wait.
tag, but your wife's gamer tag.
We're not married.
So wait.
Or
So
fiance
hang on.
gamer tag?
So what you're telling me is you allowed a D level. You allowed a D level
Oh my god.
person to have control over you? Because now, even to this day, that's the gamer tag that you voluntarily just gave out.
Yeah, it's like Deku.
He likes it.
So you took it?
He can like it.
Wait, hang on. You could try and make it like that.
No, it's not even trying. It's
voluntarily.
Come on. So that's his name.
Oh my god.
Codename.
Coradine. You gotta say it like Lieutenant Dan. Coradine.
Alright, yeah.
Like Lieutenant Dan.
Go ahead and finish introductions.
Coradine.
We're still in introduction.
Yeah, that knows. There you go.
Sidebars. That's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
I'm Carrie.
Caradine.
This is Coradine.
Just Carrie.
Coradine. She got it.
Gabe said that.
I'm done.
No.
Like literally.
I was waiting for you to say the thing.
But it's really funny.
Say
Say the thing.
My boy Gabe.
Huh?
My boy Gabe.
The what?
when I said Gabe, I expected everybody to.
We was, but then we started interrupting.
I mean, you can't.
My boy Gabe.
Kill the moment.
You can't.
No, like you
What the fuck
got.
do you mean I killed the moment?
You can't ask for it.
Exactly.
Like you're taking out the fun out of it.
Yeah.
The reason we do it is because it annoys you. Like
It never annoyed me.
no.
Yes, it did. Because that's not your boy Gabe.
Especially when we were
But that
talking
is his
about.
boy.
That is his boy Gabe.
That is his boy Gabe.
It is
his boy.
Gabe.
Gabe.
Yeah, my boy Gabe.
They were on a stream. Gabe said hey. He commented, and then he's just like, "That's my boy Gabe."
That's
That's my boy Gabe.
That's my boy Gabe. That's my boy Gabe.
And
Shout
then
out
from
to
that,
Gabe.
Kind of the way Corey said it. And it turned into this whole.
How is Gabe doing? He's doing good.
yeah,
Whatever.
Oh, you're actually like friends?
he's my best man.
Oh.
Side note,
Yeah, I'll learn.
Gabe is selling a bed.
It's
Friend of mine needs a bed. He sold it for $75. It's twin size.
It's a
He said just go size. No,
It's
he's going
$74.
Right now, get a better deal.
Hey, don't knock that twin size. They can fit a lot.
His name's Gabe,
Exactly.
and it's a twin size.
Yes.
Stop
But
it.
how old
His
is
name is
it?
Gabe.
Did it go through Harvey?
Wow. We selling a bed that went through Harvey?
It did not go through Harvey.
You trying to sell a Harvey bed for $75?
Why y'all roasting my boy?
What is this?
It only makes
What is
sense. Harvey.
Oh, so it did go through Harvey.
Corey has never been on
At least multiple times.
it. Corey has never been on it.
No,
Oh, you've never been on the bed?
that's a different bed.
He never.
Oh. I'm saying.
So
Whatever.
your boy Gabe.
They don't twist whatever I say.
You
Another
just
bed.
you time.
Another bed. Another bed.
As y'all may know.
Killed him.
Did you know?
Oops.
Huh?
Did you know
Am I him and Gabe?
about the
Oh,
other
my
bed?
Let's keep moving.
It's all you, sir. It's all you.
I'm sorry, I have no idea what to say. I don't even know where we're at. My name is Sebastian.
Yeah, okay.
Because I got distracted by my boy Gabe, and then no, it was the other bed.
We got
Special guest.
we got a special guest, cosplayer friend who we just did an interview with, which we will post separately. But go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I go by Mel. It's Melissa. My cosplay tag name is Dahmelimelon. So,
Cute.
yeah.
Dahmelimelon.
Yeah.
And where can people follow you?
Okay, so I'm on Instagram and on Facebook. So let me spell it because y'all pronounce it as Dahmelimelon. Dahmelimelon. It's D-A. Oh, it's backwards if I technically write it here because they're gonna see it backwards. Yeah. You can follow we'll do the Disney magic finger thing. Okay, so it's D-A-H and then Melon. Yeah, good luck. So,
No, good luck.
just good luck.
If you can't see, because in the champagne bottle, she was signed.
Wait. Shout out to Spotify viewership. Shout out to YouTube too. Look, we try not to discriminate whether you listening to this or you seeing it. You trying to see what your words.
You gotta see what the
Either way, she has signed
Yes.
a stack of about how many pictures is that?
About like 8.
About 8 pictures.
Yeah.
She has autographed them of different cosplays she has done. We will be giving them away. We don't know when or where yet.
Apparently we are.
Apparently we are. Woo!
All right, you go.
Your turn.
Oh, Chris, Sleepy, all that good stuff. Short.
Professor Bailey, you know.
Mr. Fancy.
Yeah.
You're not in a suit.
I'm not in the suit.
Oh my gosh. I have a hat
Doesn't
on.
matter. It's still Mr. Fancy.
Still got a hat on.
Dude,
Yeah, I'm not.
when I try to order you a drink at the bar, they're like, I'm like, double shot for Mr. Fancy? I'm like, I didn't even get to say it yet. Because I know good and well, every time you walk up, I'm like, I'll be right back. I go in there. She's like, oh, double shot Mr. Fancy. I got you. I'm like,
And that double turns into a quadruple.
yeah. It turns into a quadruple, and she charged me for a triple. But
That's why you always go ahead and give flowers to your bartender.
No, that's how you get divorced.
Oh yeah, never mind. Pause that.
Go ahead.
You're right.
We'll cut that part.
Or if you're
good.
Or if you're an individual who already has like sides, then that's how you get the sides in order to kill you. I'm just saying.
I'm just being real. She told everybody about that.
All the flowers and the bartender.
Dude, she
About the
was
flowers and the bartender.
she was losing your shit about that, bro.
So
Wait, who?
life.
Because I got
Well,
flowers to the bartender and the manager. And I'll say this from me and UGA.
Hey, I like that sponsorship. Thank you. I like that.
When did you do this?
That was
On
Friday.
Friday.
Remember you was gone on your excursion.
Here's the thing. I don't think she heard the from UGA part. She's like, oh, Chris gave me these flowers. Like,
No! UGA gave these flowers.
Chris was the little
You were the delivery boy.
Yes.
Next time you gotta say
Flowers
UGA first and then
Chris.
UGA and Chris.
There you go.
With
Alright.
She's,
But that's okay. Everybody knows that, you know,
Jordan?
No.
I'll bring you. So
Let's
you with us. You with us.
Yeah.
All right. So Corey, you got anything to talk about this week? Well, I'll start it off.
Actually,
What's up?
so the new patch with DBZ.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't played it.
So okay,
Which DBZ?
Dragon Ball
Famous
Fighter's
Fighters.
got a new patch. Like they changed everything. Every character got like four nerfs and like 7 buffs. Like things are different.
So they went up 3.
Huh?
So they went up 3.
Yeah, the entire amount of the game was shifted. Like
Okay.
Teen Gohan, nobody used him because he was short and
So
stubby.
for us that don't play fighters,
So wait, so what
why
you're telling
is
me
that
is
support?
wait. So did they take Teen Gohan and like give him the buff? So it's like Teen Gohan who just defeated Cell?
Yeah, actually, like his key blasts do a lot more damage.
He was on the
his father's
what
son
you're telling
Kamehameha
me
takes
is-
about half health.
Hang on. So what
Like,
you're telling me is he's the closest that people can get to future Gohan. Got it.
We're not going down that road.
There is only one true Gohan.
We're not going down that road again. We're
Future
talking about the
Gohan.
game. We're talking about the game.
We are talking about life.
Fine, but either way,
Because
the reason I bring this up
game.
is because we got that tournament on Friday.
Okay.
So you got a
And-
tournament on Friday. That's great. Where's the tournament gonna be
Where's it gonna
located?
be?
I was about to say, I was getting there.
You were getting there.
Wait, Friday the what? Because you don't know when this is gonna get posted.
April
I know,
5th.
this is gonna
The
be
5th.
posted. Fine.
Hey.
The 5th?
It's
The
the
5th.
Wait, you played the 5th?
The silence starts at 6:30. Tournament starts at 7:30. We're not
1, 2,
dealing with
3,
this.
5th.
But either way,
April 5th.
people who used to
Tournament
be
starts.
really, really good are now really, really bad. People who used to be really, really bad are really good. Krillin now has a touch of death combo. Like there's a combo with Krillin.
So what you're telling me is they just jacked up Krillin for no reason. Got it.
Whoa. Krillin needs all the help he can get.
I know.
No, Krillin allowed his wife and his daughter
Whoa.
to call him a bitch.
Hey, wait. I'm not even mad at Krillin though. Look, I'm not even mad at Krillin. This boy died like 3 times already. He's allowed to
And
be a
didn't
family
give up.
man.
Didn't give up. Yamcha gave up.
He's the
How
only
many times
Whoa.
He's the
Yamcha was smart.
No,
He got out.
Yamcha,
He
look.
was like,
Look.
Goku.
Hang on,
Oh,
you got
I
it.
can't
Hang on.
do that. I'm not gonna fight this.
No, look.
He's chilling on that.
Yamcha. Alright, so here's the thing. You say stuff like that, but you don't think about their lives, okay?
I think
No.
about that.
Let's look at Krillin, okay? Krillin started off, Krillin had nothing.
Well,
He was a bald
are we taking Dragon Ball?
child. No,
Like-
he was a bald
Okay.
child.
You gotta start with Dragon Ball.
And he worked his way from nothing. Just, like doing whatever he could. Cheating, stealing, lying, whatever. And as Dragon Ball turned into Dragon Ball Z, what did he gain?
Nothing.
No, he gained a surrogate family.
Stop it, bro.
Because
Stop it, bro.
Goku was up doing his
He
thing,
had hair, bro.
and he was
He grew hair,
hang on,
bro.
no, that's later. That's later. I'm getting there. I'm getting
You're
there.
right.
So he had a surrogate family, because Goku's a trash dad, so somebody had to look after Gohan when Piccolo wasn't
No,
there.
he's not. He's not. The reason why he's not trash because he's not on child support.
Give me a child support if you're dead.
Touche.
Have you ever mentioned?
Wait. Hang on. If we replace every single time Goku died and just say Chi-Chi was about to serve him papers, this all kind of makes sense.
Keep going.
So,
Oh my god.
then, so then as Dragon Ball Z progresses, he sees a chick he's interested in. She a robot.
She on the other side.
She on the other side, she's the enemy. But through his fighting and stuff and his friendship with Goku, she gets turned into a human. He gets to plow that field, and they have a child.
Bro.
So hang
That's
on.
desperate.
Wait,
That was
hold on.
chance. That was chance.
Whoa.
So wait.
Whoa.
Now we move to the other side of the coin.
So what you kind of
Wait,
saying?
let me finish.
Wait, no, let's jump
Go
in.
ahead.
I think we found a thing that Goku is actually best at. He's not the best fighter. He's not the best strategist. None of that. I think he's the best wingman. Vegeta and Bulma?
Hang on, wait. That brings me to Yamcha. Hang on, that brings me to Yamcha.
Okay.
So Yamcha's like, yo, buddy, I got you. Goku's like, all right, man, we cool. They fight together. They palling around. They go on, defending the world from people like chin, Matrix style. Anyway, so as time goes on, he's like, yo, Bulma, I'm after you or whatever, right? And Bulma's like, you know what, Yamcha? Kind of
a little bit less,
you know?
like
Yamcha, but Yamcha also had fame for his martial arts, like coming into Dragon Ball.
That's true. That's true.
Okay. What happened to that? Oh, that dissipated. he was giving Bulma that straight smoke
So
in the beginning.
so-
Hang on, wait.
okay,
He
fine.
was giving Bulma that straight smoke, that fire. Like Bulma was like, damn, this dude could get it. That dissipated. Okay. He had money.
You put it on me.
He had like all these things going for him. The longer that Dragon Ball Z went on, the more things that happened, the more he lost. And so I don't blame Yamcha at all for that.
So
Because
hold on,
I was
I don't blame
Yamcha.
you.
Let me say this.
That was disrespectful.
That was disrespectful.
How you hook Vegeta up with Bulma?
When
But
Yamcha,
that's the woman he loved.
yes.
Okay, listen to this thought process. I got two thought processes. One, Yamcha realized he's like, yeah, I'm number one. Like, I am a world famous martial artist. Ain't nobody got shit on me. Then niggas start growing up and people start falling from the sky and this green motherfucker keeps coming up. He didn't even make it to the green motherfucker. This old dude with a red dot on his hand stuck his hand through my chest. And
No, he was on there with Cell Saga.
Bruh. No, but here's the thing. He literally took such a huge step back, which I can't blame him for because his entire life got wrecked because of Goku. But literally, hang on.
It was 'cause of
No, it's because of Goku.
Yeah.
This man took such a huge step backwards that he allowed a man like Hercule to take his spot.
oh my god.
To take his spot and to reap all of the fame, fortune, and rewards.
From
and
Goku.
literally, Yamcha is just off to the side, like, I died and came back to life for this?
He got a
For
single
this?
bedroom apartment.
Look,
A single bedroom.
Six off the top.
No, that man had to fight for a single bedroom
With that
apartment.
twin size bed.
He was yes, that he paid Gabe $75 for. That Harvey bed that's been used multiple times.
She said Harvey, baby.
Don't go there.
Harvey, baby.
so I'm gonna end that with Goku is the best wingman. I'm gonna create that shirt.
I don't know, man. How can I say
That has to be
But bro, how is he the best? He's the
bro.
He is the best. No, he just didn't like me. Look, he was. Look, Goku was still mad at Yamcha
for what?
No,
The only person
hold on.
in a tournament. In a tournament, you know, Yamcha, you know, was like whooping him like at first, and then then Goku went beyond. But then if you look at it,
Plus Ultra.
every freaking person that like Goku had beat people early with, what does he always use? The spirit bomb. Who taught him that? Yamcha.
So then he should be hooking Yamcha up with Bulma.
No,
Yeah,
Goku's
but
a dick.
Here's the thing. Yamcha was nothing compared to Vegeta. So,
Well,
okay, time out. Listen to
are
this.
you trying to say
Time out. Look, okay, let's say this. Yamcha gets mad, goes up to Vegeta. Vegeta kills Yamcha. Goku ain't got no friend no more. So in Goku's mind, if I just hook Bulma up with Vegeta in the first place, then Yamcha gets to live. Isn't that the better solution?
No.
All he has to do
Stop.
is
By the way, this is why Corey would never be a wingman.
Horrible.
Nigga used to live. I don't know how you was a better wingman.
Give me a shot, bro. Hey, shoot me a shot,
Hey
bro.
man.
Hey,
No,
I don't know, bro.
It's
Your
like
boyfriend might kill you.
No, it's
I know you're not
like
doing
that.
that.
It's me going to you. No, it's me going to you and being like, yo, man, like this girl, like I'm in love with this girl. I'm in love with this girl.
Yeah.
By the way, did I tell you that I'm in love with this girl?
Okay.
Yeah,
And
but
then
what
you
if I
turn
kill
to
you?
the dude right next to him and you're just like, hey, did I introduce you to this random girl over here?
Story
Who,
about
like,
Harvey
totally-
Wingman.
Oh, go ahead.
Tell a story.
Give us
Tell a story.
Yes.
Don't tell a story.
Hey, hold on.
Yeah, before we get to the next topic, Let it tell the story.
Yeah.
Tell a story.
Don't tell a story.
Story
Don't tell a
time.
story.
Yeah.
Story time.
Tell the story, and then we'll go to the next topic. Because
But I don't want the story to be told. I know exactly what
Story
story you're gonna tell.
Are you trying to control her? This is women's movement. This is a women's
yeah.
movement.
Me too.
Me too movement. Let her talk.
Oh my god.
In his defense, his friends are the exact same way.
Mm.
So don't hate him for this, because his friends did the exact same thing to him when it came to me.
Okay.
Okay? So, when it comes to him trying to hook up his friends with a girl, but before he was, in a relationship, he ends up talking himself up instead and gets with the girl. But his friends do the same thing to
It's an
him
accident.
when they're trying to talk me up to him. You cannot have this. Well, you could now because he's in the community.
It was an accident.
I mean, I don't
Ends
even
up
know
with the
how.
Wait,
can
who
I-
was this person?
It's like
the person.
It's like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Solely.
Yeah.
She ended up liking him, but
Um.
Trent and Chris liked her.
All right. So,
That's okay.
introduce the next topic, Cameron.
Then the topic of Corey should never be a wingman.
So how do you introduce anime as for a female or a male that doesn't go ahead and actually look at anime? Say you're a girl or you're trying to date.
Hold up, time out.
No, let me continue, sir.
Okay,
I
ask a question. I just want to add a little thing to it.
All right. If you have the male, right? He looks at anime. He looks
Okay.
at a whole bunch of anime, right? And the woman never, y'all just not
Are
starting.
they in a relationship?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll say that. We'll
Okay.
use that scenario.
Let-
first.
let-
That's
let me use-
easy. That's easy.
Now,
Let me add one thing
All
real
right,
quick.
if I pause, because you have that, right? And then even if you go vice versa, what anime would you say women are actually into? And if a man's not into anime, because now you have two stipulations, you have two women, right?
Alright. I'm gonna give my opinion first.
Hold on.
No, women first.
Okay, women
Hold on,
first.
I gotta add something to your
I
thing.
am the girl.
Are you a woman, Corey?
No, but I'm adding something. I'm adding credibility to
Okay,
Cameron.
fine.
Cameron, first, but before you start answering this question, how many anime have you watched?
How many anime?
How's
Like,
this relative?
If no, it's adding credibility.
I don't know. I mean,
How many anime have like?
not as much as Sebastian, but probably a good 1,000 over the years.
What's the most current anime you're watching? And on this March 31st.
My Hero? My Hero.
Wait, My Hero Academia is the latest anime
Wait,
you saw?
no, Shield.
Okay,
Oh,
Rise of the
Shield
Shield
Hero.
Rise of the Shield Hero. Rise of the Shield Hero. Yeah.
AKA the new Pokemon game coming out.
Oh,
Just kidding. Plug.
All right, go ahead. Let's go.
One thing that I was gonna say is like
Wait,
my
did you say
perspective.
ladies first?
Wait, ladies first.
I'll do
Carrie.
ladies.
I said let's
Go
go.
ahead. Go ahead. Ladies.
Carrie first.
I don't watch anime.
Okay, well that's
All right.
but
We'll go in
I
there.
have my reasons.
Okay,
Yeah,
then
what-
there you go. That's what we would.
I want to know the reason.
Because of the same
Why
man,
don't you
he
watch
watched
that?
that man. Anything he can persuade you to go ahead and watch.
Wait. Oh, by the way.
I watched
Wait,
her on
also,
my
wait.
with him once.
Corey, how many
I got one.
animes have you watched?
A lot.
Oh,
No, what's a lot? Let's put a number
based
to
on
it.
your my anime list.
Yeah,
I actually don't have my anime.
Let's put a number to it.
I'm like complete a series. I'm gonna say at least 50.
Oh, at least 50. Okay, that's that. Anyway, that's that. Yeah. No, exactly.
Fuck you.
Anyway, continue.
Not you. Him.
I don't like it. They're way too overdramatic.
You already have game for that. Calm down.
Way too overdramatic.
But you have
It's
okay.
just zoom in on eyes. He's trying to cross the room. He's like, oh my god. What did he do?
Okay, but maybe you
I
guys
can't tell you
just
shit.
And then all the short breaths. I hate it.
Okay,
Wait,
so what
wait,
did you
Okay,
introduce her to?
All of
Hold on.
I got that.
It's all fair right now. It's all fair.
They're all
So, okay.
Overdramatic.
It's
Okay.
overdramatic.
What anime did he introduce you to?
Yeah, like what's
See,
your
that's a big determining factor
Yeah.
if you'll like it or not.
exactly? What was the first anime he said you got to watch this?
Sword art?
That's what-
Wow.
No, and he's trying to make me watch. He didn't watch first episodes of anime since then.
Like what other ones?
My Hero.
That's pretty.
and
You gotta like that niche.
the
to
Seven
like that
Deadly Sins one.
What is
I
up
did not
with
search for
you?
them 7 Deadly Sins.
Bro.
They had their little guardian angel come and fight for them.
What?
Yeah.
Bro,
Oh,
I got
Fate.
Yeah, Fate.
I saw the Fate series.
But where did you start in Fate? Because that's a very...
No, it's like that. Those are not good introductions to
So,
anime.
Fate is so complicated.
It is. She watched Naruto by herself.
Not a good introduction.
She watched Naruto by herself.
So
That
every single one of those had that exact same.
But okay, wait. I have a question though.
About older anime.
No, I have a
Go
question.
ahead.
My question on that.
I also hate reading and watching.
No,
things.
but I
Oh,
get
see,
you.
that's
Which
so-
that I would.
She
get-
likes
I would-
SAO.
I would only get female.
She watched the whole thing.
I did. I watched the
Women
whole thing.
interested in anime with dub first, because I hate reading too. But my question is,
Reading is fundamental.
and sorry,
Just
No.
had to set it up.
Stop that.
what about okay?
Stop that.
I get anime can be over dramatic at times, but guys kind of feel that way when it comes to a lot of the drama shows
The
on
K-dramas.
ABC.
Don't
Like,
go there.
no, Scandal to me is so over
It
dramatic.
is way too
Like,
dramatic.
like in
This
all
is why we
those
should all
shows,
watch
like
Parks and Rec.
Oh, okay. So that's what I'm saying. So have you tried to introduce
Get it.
him into a
Show?
show? And but does it work out?
Most of the time.
So okay, so it works out on his behalf.
Yeah, that's
but
just
then-
because
So
Corey
Corey just
sucks
has
at
bad
intros.
taste.
no, he no.
Sorry.
It takes the right anime.
It's
It,
a right-
it does take the right. See, because the thing is, what genre do you normally, lean towards when you watch movies?
Drama.
Yeah, there you go. That's true. There
Right,
you go.
that's what I'm saying.
Drama,
So what you should have had her
romance.
watch was Domestic Girlfriend.
Oh my god. Drama, romance, horror. Which one? No.
Slice.
Also,
Hey, don't
also-
say, hey, don't knock Domestic Girlfriend until you watch it.
Oh,
That man's-
Parasite
Time out.
that's
Also-
probably good.
no fan service.
There's no fan service in
She's-
Domestic Girlfriend.
Mm.
Domestic Girlfriend is not about
They're
fan
not
service,
even
sir.
collaborating.
It's one.
Domestic Girlfriend is definitely not about fan service, sir.
Okay, so they just ended.
And they also
so we're carried in. We're going.
over-sexualize all of the characters.
Oh, everything goes.
Oh.
You get past that.
I don't
Parasite
want
the
to
Mask
see
would
boobs
be a good
jiggling
one.
every 2 seconds because they're breathing.
Carrie, I will.
Always start turning
That's how they jiggle. They don't go, huh, they
And it's always side to side, and they're talking, and their boobs just kind of like constantly.
What was that old anime back when we were probably in high school? Is it AKIRA? I can't spell it.
Akari?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Anybody remember that?
I mean, yeah.
You mean that anime that was a movie?
Yeah.
That movie about that boy that was stupid?
But it was.
I recommend
dumb.
National.
It was even if it was dumb, it was still
Look,
dramatic.
so here's the thing. No, but I hated, like, it was about a boy who had psychic powers, and what does he do with the psychic
But
powers?
it was.
He
I tried
becomes
to get to watch
evil.
Mega Kill.
Why?
Why? That's dumb. No. Why?
I like that anime.
But not for her.
No. That anime is horrible.
Okay, the second half, yes.
It's like
was bad.
saying, hey,
But I was
let's
already
watch
familiar by that
Look,
point.
it's like,
No,
hey,
Parasite the Maximum would have been a great one because that at the end of the day it's like
That's
a thriller.
Yeah.
Like
It's interesting.
It's
It's not
interesting. It's
over-sexualized.
not over sexualized.
But I watched that one like soon after we finished Game of Thrones. So
No.
I
No,
thought
that's not
No.
the same at all.
Yeah.
they
Don't
murdered.
ever.
I'm sorry.
Don't ever.
They murdered their
I
main
introduced-
characters.
I introduced a kid.
Stop.
I introduced a
And
character.
Aquaman got
I
killed.
kill off
is
another
not-
character.
that don't
I
burn
introduce a
my
character, I kill off another character.
Wait, what?
And then I take the main
No.
character
They kill off the main character.
and I let him go all the
Yes,
way
they
to
do.
the
No,
end.
they don't.
In Game of Thrones?
No, and Aquaman got killed.
Yes, they.
At the end. At the fucking end.
He's still dead.
He dies a horrible way too. It makes no
So
sense.
don't compare that to Game of Thrones like at all. Like
Right,
it's-
right, I'm still watching it.
whatever. It's I will be here for you when you get to season 2.
Yeah, I'm still.
Wait, what? What's
He's
it
only on season 1.
I'm on season 2 now.
Of
Yeah.
what?
Game of Thrones.
He just started
I
season
Wait.
started.
What episode is
That's-
this?
No, he just started
That's
season 2,
cute.
episode 1.
That's
Yes,
cute.
that's cute.
So
I will be here for you, bro. I got you.
But that means he's already seen Ned Stark die. So.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but that's
But that was.
That
season
sets
2
the-
is where it's at though.
But Ned
that
Stark
sets the
was
tone
main
for the rest of the
character.
series.
And
Yeah,
then-
that's what I'm talking about. Aquaman got killed. It's at the
It's
end,
like, so who's gonna say
and it was a dumb ending.
And I'm like, he's a. I like him.
Yeah, no,
as
here's the
a
difference
actor.
though. Aquaman got killed. They take the main character and they don't take him out like at the beginning. They
That's
wait
accurate.
until he's all the way at the end, and you're like, wow. Just when you're like man, this dude's actually gonna live. I'm really glad he didn't die. This would have ruined the entire series for me
Kinda like
if he died. And then all of a sudden, he dies. And he doesn't even die like
An honorable death.
No, he dies like an honorable death, but it's one of those things where after it's
He
done,
didn't have to die. No,
you're
he
like,
didn't have to die. There were
you
so many
really
people that could have intervened.
didn't have to die, did you?
Time out. What could have intervened at that point?
What are you talking about?
This has gone so far.
Yeah,
Let's-
for real. Okay, so let's do it back. Let's do it back.
Fine,
All right,
fine.
No, all right, fine. Okay, Gary answer. So we have one more woman. Female.
That
Female?
Yeah.
Woman. Yeah.
Woman.
Lady.
However you choose to find
Yeah.
It's
yourself.
2019. How you gonna identify
Exactly.
yourself?
You know,
Oh, man.
there's a lot of
So
identifiers.
how would you go ahead and say, how do you introduce somebody else into anime since you already watch anime?
Yeah, well, it's like I said before Corey jumped in and go, let's watch all these booby jiggle explosions.
There was no booby jiggle.
Okay, well, come on.
There was clearly booby jiggle.
Fairy tale, yes. There was.
Oh, no.
Fairy tale side. Just
See, you can't introduce people of that genre into, like, for example, if my boyfriend, because he's not super into anime, he was when he was in the earlier days, like Cowboy Bebop and all that. But this new stuff, though, you know, I mean, it's different compared to the past, more or less. So it's like, okay, what does he like? Does he like horror, thriller? You kind of go with that. For her, I would have maybe said even like Death Parade, kind of that thriller, thinking of, you know, you just want to think of something that's interesting and a nice animation.
Something that you don't normally watch.
Yes, that's how you pull them in. Because like you don't want to introduce someone that hates action to like you're gonna watch Boku no Hero. I don't really like action.
action.
Oh,
Look, man, you got
Hey,
tears.
hey,
Okay, you got tears to
come on.
anime. It's not like yesterday I woke up and I was watching Domestic Girlfriend thinking it was No. The old me would be like, why are you watching Domestic Girlfriend?
Go
You
ahead.
gotta work up to this.
I don't like that title.
Did you watch Notebook? Did you watch the Notebook?
No.
There you go. Did you watch Notebook? There you go.
You see?
Meaning you'll never go ahead and be like,
And you need to watch and appreciate what she appreciates in order to
right.
suggest things.
I watched. How many things I watched with
he
you?
said watched.
I watched. That does not mean you enjoyed.
There you go.
I enjoyed
Value.
it. We still watch Siren together.
Oh.
Hold on.
And that has action.
Hold on. It popped up on Hulu, and we both at the same time. I was thinking about watching that show, and I was like, really? Me too. We just started watching.
That's not the same.
It's not the same.
Watch New Girl with you.
That's not the same.
You love New Girl.
I didn't even start from the beginning.
You watched the entire series.
It's not the same.
I didn't even start from the beginning.
It's comfort zone, man.
Yeah,
Like
but-
what was that?
Once you watch all of This Is Us, then
Why
See?
you don't want to watch This Is Us?
See, it's out of your comfort zone. Bro, here's out of my comfort zone. I didn't like John Mayer. And now I
Look, I respect. I respect.
I listened to a whole bunch of
Hey.
crap.
all I know is, hey, side note, John Mayer, to me, is still kind of an asshole.
Yeah, he is.
Because,
But his music is great. Whatever you're talking about.
dude, let me tell you, do you know what he, hang on, do you know what he did? Let me tell you what he did.
I know what he did, bro.
What'd he do?
You talking about all the relationships? he had?
No, I'm not even talking about all that. No, that's just John Mayer, like, laying it down. I can't be mad at him. He's laying it down. Like the thing he did with Katy Perry where he like laid it down and then broke up with her and then she still came back. Like, damn, it's magic.
How do we go?
Okay?
I know. It's
Sorry,
some
what I'm talking about.
action. That's the problem. Jesus.
And
All right. I say John Mayer. He
It
goes
is my
as well.
superpower.
All right. So Cameron, how would you introduce?
No, anyway, long story short, John Mayer. So what he did was
Oh my god.
no, but long story short, I just have to finish this part. So what happened was he had a room full of his like fans, like diehard female fans, and he was like, so I'm just trying to find out what parts of my music really touch people and like make them feel emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And as he was like playing his music, they would like raise their hands and he'd be like, oh yeah, and they'd be like, yeah man, this guy named Steve wrote it for me. He's like living under a bridge now and he's a meth addict. Like just stuff like that, just to completely destroy his songs to all his fans and like literally.
Bro.
Why?
Who cares?
All right.
He makes great music.
All right.
No.
So they're Rolling Stones. They all do.
So did Rosie Stone?
No, Rolling Stones.
Oh, Rolling Stones.
Just to wrap this topic up.
Wait, Rolling Stone?
No, yeah,
Done.
Just to wrap this topic up, I would probably say if you want to introduce anime to somebody, first I would either start with what they grew up on, like if they grew up on Sailor Moon, they grew up watching Cowboy Bebop,
but what they never
whatever.
have.
If they never have, then I will find something that still feels like a movie or something that's like something suspenseful. Like I would say something more like a thriller would be a good thing because that like Parasite the Master was a good introduction to many people. Not find something that
So it's
doesn't
high school
have.
DxD.
No, that's too much
No, but a lot of people
over sexualized.
No, it was.
The alien is like ripping people apart from the classroom building. I saw like a video on
What
Facebook.
the?
That's-
It's not a main.
That might be Parasite the Master, but
The alien comes by and like reaches his tentacles into classrooms and pulls out students and then rips them apart.
I would even say I would
I don't
No,
say
that's yellow.
I don't know.
Yo,
It was a video on
tentacles.
Facebook and I was like, oh my god.
I would even say Attack on
Assassination
Titan
That's
season
good.
1
Yeah.
would be a great
So
introduction.
You know what's interesting? A lot of like the kids I teach at my dojo, so they're like 14 now. So the fact that they said I'm born in 2000 something, I'm like, oh, that's weird. But that's what they all talk about. It's
Yeah.
like Attack on Titan, and I'm like, that's what y'all started on. That's so interesting, right?
Yeah, it's like
That's
Attack on Titan
because-
is like somebody going from Tupac to somebody going from 50 Cent. 50 Cent going to Lil Uzi.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
and you gotta look at it. Like, if you gotta look at it for me, like me, I think say whatever you want about Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network did a great job on picking
They did.
the what shows to bring over to America and like really market those or whatever. Like to me and you, we grew up on Dragon Ball Z,
Yeah.
and it was like so Americanized or whatever that even
Yeah.
our grandma was watching Dragon Ball Z.
Voltron.
Yeah, Voltron was one of those and stuff like that.
What's up with the robot?
Zoids?
Bigger than
Gundam?
bigger than.
Was always was
What was it? Robot? I hate that motherfucker.
robot.
Yeah, Big O. Yeah.
No, Big O. It's showtime. Anyway, so yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, Cartoon Network does a great job picking those stuff, and I feel like, I mean, that's not surprising to me because like nowadays, I mean, they always been good with that.
Alright, so in that, yeah.
But go on to the next topic. So, yo, Sebastian, how you feel about your Apple instead of copying people? You don't know what I mean? First, Google launches their streaming gaming thing, boom, boom, and then like nobody makes a big deal. But as soon as Apple says, "Hey, we're gonna do the same thing. This is Apple Arcade," everybody's like, "Apple did it again! Oh my goodness! Xbox and PlayStation should be worried. What's going on?" Like,
You want to take this one? You want to take that one?
Apple's always had video games.
I mean,
I used to walk into the Apple store and play on a little remote on the TV.
Well, there you go. That's cool.
Like years ago.
like
Years ago. This is the new stuff.
Yes, but they didn't have it like the way Google was planning the whole streaming service until Apple saw what Google was doing. Like,
it's cool. It's just one of those things where I'm gonna be like, all right, man, it's whatever. At the end of the day, all that's gonna happen is if you want it to be like Burger King, McDonald's, that's cool. At the end of the day, just whoever has the better product's gonna win.
Oh my god.
like I can't even say Apple has the better product. Like, it's just that
Apple is
market.
the monopoly man.
Nope.
He's
Nobody
short
pays
and he has a
attention.
mustache. It's not me. You have to go with the monopoly man.
Look,
That what I mean is
hey,
why?
did Monopoly already start up at McDonald's? I was just wondering because I know you probably got some friends.
Let me ask this: does the first version always do better than the second?
No, it is not. If that's the case, Sega.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Nintendo.
That's what I'm saying. So,
Okay, but stop. We don't know.
Then
Sega
then
destroyed.
Sony, then Microsoft.
Wait, no,
It was-
stop.
okay.
So first of all, stop.
Out of the
Because-
three, that's what happened.
First off, these two are both launching at the same time.
Every Nintendo Sega.
Google just said,
Oh,
"Hey,
okay.
this is the announcement," and then Apple comes after. My whole thing is even so.
We
First of all,
lost three people with this whole
Hold on,
analogy.
Hold on. People have Google products, so that works for them. Other people have all Apple products, so they needed something too. So Apple's like, here you go.
no, this is
No.
game. Google works on everything.
Yeah,
And
even Apple products.
Apple copies Google software anyway. My whole thing is why why Apple always have to wait for somebody else to say shit?
Let me just say this. You just a hater, fam.
Am I?
I'm being real. On Apple, you're a straight hater. You've been hating for a year now.
But that's Android.
I just got Android. You got Android? Hey.
What is your wife have?
You know what's my Wi-Fi?
What's your wife got?
Oh, she had an Apple.
Yeah.
What you got there?
What do your daughters want?
They just want the games.
That's what it
What you got?
Basically, what?
Okay,
It's like
okay,
that.
look.
Tablets.
I see Blue
Look.
Message want to text you. And I see Blue Message want to text you too. And
It does.
I have
relax.
recently been into
Go
Apple.
ahead.
Hey, I will say NASA approves of Apple. My boyfriend introduced me into Apple, and I was like,
But
but
massive. In case you wanted.
yeah,
That's
I
great.
wonder.
Hey, you know why I don't use Apple? Because I was a hustler. You know why? I can't be a hustler on Apple. I was trying to make money. I was like, I download freaking show ads on my lock screen. That's what I was doing on Google. What was you doing? You wasn't making no money. See,
You gotta pay all artists.
Look,
What if I
exactly.
want to pay that?
Oh, yo, Apple is never about the artist. You know, if I put music out or podcasts on Apple, you know how much money we get? Zip zero. Just saying, support Spotify. But entitled, you know, just saying, Jay-Z, love you. Beyonce's queen. Anyway,
I'm not gonna go down this road with you.
Beyonce's queen. She's queen.
Hey,
Not clean.
I was like, wait for what?
wow!
I didn't know. I wouldn't say that.
She's not a queen.
I said.
We ain't picking fights here. Ain't no way in hell we picking that fight.
Hold on. Next topic.
What in the world? Wow.
I didn't say that.
Why does it make you think? Why do you think that she's not?
I'll repeat. I'll pick.
No, we say queen.
We ain't picking that fight.
Yeah.
That's just like Hawaii seceding from the U.S. and then declaring war. That's that ain't something we can do. No.
He started getting political.
Whatever.
I was like, hey, I'm gonna let you get on that hill by yourself.
Go, next topic, sir.
Actually, you got a topic?
Do I have a topic?
What would you like to talk?
What do I want to talk about? Well, real quick, I want to revisit a topic that I heard.
Oh, God.
Okay.
So you said you told her to watch Fate. Can I ask which one you started her on?
Honestly, I started with Stay Night.
That's why she don't like it. That's why she don't like it. How
Because
you,
I need
how
to-
you gonna start on Stay Night? The most over exaggerated. I love her. You just met her. You don't know her.
Because Zero would have been too much talking. And
No, but
Why
But
don't
it's
you just do
interesting.
something like
Well,
Blade
well,
Works
I don't
movie,
wanna-
bro?
see,
You could have
or-
done the Blade Works movie.
like,
It would have
look.
been a wrap if you did the Blade Works movie. That's better than Stay Night because the Blade Works it's like full circle and incorporates. It was so good.
You
5 years later, they gave it an actual series.
You should start. I said start her on Zero. I don't care. There's a lot of talk. It's
I
interesting.
tried to have her watch Zero. She didn't like that either.
You gotta get out of your comfort zone.
For real, bro.
Your comfort
But you
zone.
know
You
what?
need to
Or-
learn to watch stuff you don't like
Thank you.
for her.
Thank you.
That's what you need.
Different anime. Like, I don't like.
Yes.
I like a lot of genres.
You or like Alahana. Okay, so we're going too far into it. But okay, I just
Have
wanted
you
to
seen
revisit that
Spice
real
and
quick.
Wolf?
Spice and Wolf.
Spice and Wolf.
No Funimation?
Yeah, I hate that stuff. Yeah. But
Spice and Wolf. She probably likes Spice and Wolf.
I literally just canceled Funimation yesterday.
Spice and Wolf is interesting.
Yeah.
Why? They finally catch up to you?
Huh?
Finally caught up to you?
that was Verb. Actually, I think I still got that.
I still have mine.
I actually kind of want to check. So whatever. We already posted this. I signed up for a free trial of Verb through my iTunes.
Oh, they just found out.
But I added my credit card, and then they did the free trial. I got authorization for the free trial. Took off my credit card, and then they kept saying subscription canceled for invalid funds, and then they never canceled my subscription. I really had everything for months, like for months and months.
why is he like
I'm trying to.
saying this on camera? Like,
Hey, hold on. Yeah, they're
Time
putting on the
You
table.
know why? Why I'm saying this? Verb lost Funimation.
so
Funimation is why I fucking cared about Verb.
Nah, hey, he's gonna get
he don't know. He don't know.
You don't know.
Can I get my money? Sorry, we saw that your credit card was not correctly charged.
I said on camera.
Hey, not only
that.
that, hey, has anybody seen that Nicolas Cage movie called like Family Man?
Oh, I didn't.
Oh yeah. Okay, so in Family Man, right, he actually meets an angel, and what the angel does is it alters like one decision in his life, changes everything. But the thing is, he finds Angel in random places, and the Angel's just doing some random stuff. So it's like, yeah, picking up trash, just randomly doing stuff. Like one time he was a gas station employee. But what happened is a little girl came in with like a $5 bill and bought a Coke. And what he did is he just started counting wrong. And he was giving her change. He gave her like $200 in change. She thought about opening up her mouth and saying something, but instead she just said, no, everything's fine, and walked away. He shook his head a few times and then just moved on. But it was symbolism. For every choice that we make, even the ones we choose not to make have consequences.
You're trying to guilt me. It ain't gonna work.
I'm not trying to guilt you. I'm just letting
Bro, I didn't pay my subscription
I'm just letting you know that could have been like that that you just chose not to like correct somebody else's mistake. It's like when somebody gives you
Whoa. Corey heard that. Corey heard that and was like,
sir, let me ask all this.
Okay?
Let's say
when you buy a trash can, it comes with a free robot.
Let's say.
Hey, we're not.
Hold on. Let me get this analogy out.
Yeah, let me.
You all sign up for a free trial HBO.
Okay.
And then they don't cancel your subscription. You get HBO for free. Game of Thrones come on this month. What you doing?
Hey, whatever you're talking about, you're talking to the wrong person.
Yeah.
I would do that. But
are you gonna email them? Let them know. You gonna let them know?
I'm gonna cancel that shit because I don't want to be charged. No, like
you ain't getting charged.
But what if they catch you? No, it's like the HOA fee or you take easy tag. It's like, who didn't charge me last night? I'm gonna keep going. Let you know. $2,000.
Yeah.
There you go.
And they hit you with $2,000 because they like, you haven't paid in 3 months. You're like, whoa.
Well, you didn't charge me.
What y'all mean? That ain't my email address.
They're like,
in my credit card.
And you know what they say? Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. Still $2,000.
That ain't my email address. That ain't my credit card.
Okay, sorry, sir. We'll remove $50 from your bill.
Yeah,
That's
right.
$1,950.
I didn't watch that shit.
If you're a first time offender, then we'll reduce it to $500.
We'll reduce it to $1,250.
And
If
then
you don't pay this,
Y'all motherfuckers trying to shame me. You would do it.
you talk to Google.
Yo, did Google just say hi?
I said y'all motherfuckers, and then Google was like, what? You would do it. You would do it too.
Maybe that was a sign from the
You would do it.
You know what I'm saying?
You would.
I wouldn't.
You would.
No, I wouldn't. I'd send them. No, every single time period something like that happened, I've at least gone and been like, hey, you know, this is what's happening. Granted, I may go to, because Xfinity is my provider, I may go to Xfinity and be like, hey, by the way, just so you know, I'm getting free HBO. That doesn't mean that I actually gave them my name or contact information. I just walked in there and told them they were giving me free HBO. I gotta give them some warning.
Then you just sent an anonymous message saying, somebody under your service is getting free HBO.
I personally went to them and I said, hi, I'm just reporting that I'm getting free HBO. They'll be like, all right, sir, and your information? I'll be like, look, I just want to know, are you having a promotion to give out free HBO? They'll be like, no. Oh, I'm getting free HBO.
Well, you know what? Thanks for telling me.
Then you're back.
Before we
because then I'm trying to tell them that they need to inspect
I'm guilty.
because I'm probably not the only one who's getting free HBO.
You're not guilty anyway.
Y'all keep going this shit. I ain't guilty.
Let's go ahead and take some time. So, for people that don't know, what is cosplay? How do people get into it? And why should more people get into cosplay?
Okay, so what is cosplay? By definition, because we got some nerds on Facebook going, guys, cosplay is supposed to be costume and playing. You guys are too serious. So, for you all to know, it is
costume and playing?
That's cosplay. That's
what do they expect you to do? Put on a costume and like freaking...
You reenact the...
They want you to do...
All right. She's introducing something that I don't have any idea. I'm the opposite of all of y'all.
What do you mean? You have no idea?
Wait.
No, I got you.
Say he is not a nerd.
Chris is the nigga me. Okay, he's the man. He's the ghetto hustler. This boy can go anywhere, and he can find anything for you. You need some chicken, he got you. You need a vacuum, he got you. You need some stuff, he got you. Not only that, stuff. I said stuff. I left it open. Not only that, we gotta go ahead and tell the whole story. He went to war, fought in the military.
Oh my God! How many times have we heard the story?
Yes, unfortunately got Crohn's disease. Came back, found out a shaman, and they said,
he makes his face every time.
Found a shaman, and they said, the cure is to drink clear alcohol. So what he do? He comes back. He's drinking Long Island's every time, and the doctor says, whatever you're doing, keep doing. And that's the story of Professor Ben.
Man, I don't watch movies. I mean, I barely watch TV as it is. I barely watch anime as it is. That they have to reintroduce stuff to me. You know what I mean? So when it comes to like anime and then the verbiage of it, vocabulary, I'm always behind.
You're like, okay.
Yeah. I'm that person.
It's all good. No, you good. So it's like Halloween every day.
Oh.
Not every day. Yeah, they should not be in their costumes every day. Some of these people really do live and breathe it, but you do you. Whatever makes you happy. Don't hurt nobody. Okay, just be good people. Anywho, so
hurt anybody? Have people hurt people?
if they're villains and
they think they the Joker. There's people who really believe I am the Batman. Like I am the Batman cosplayer. I'm sick. But you know what? If it makes them happy, I don't want to talk bad about people because I might hurt somebody. Anywho.
Okay.
Anyways, by definition.
So that's what so pretty much cosplay is. You can either make your own costume based off of pop culture, comics, video games, anime, Japanese animation. I don't care. You could be cosplaying a trash can for all I care. Whatever makes you feel good in life.
Oscar.
Okay, so
just don't be a grouch.
Yeah, don't even. So, other than that, what are some of the questions again?
Okay. So, I guess how does somebody get into cosplay, and then why should like someone like an outside person like that's not into anime and all that stuff? Why should they even care or get into cosplay?
Okay, that's pretty legit. So, for someone who's new to it, in my opinion, I don't know. It's honestly, if you just like dressing up, just dress up. It's like what some people have said, it's an escape from reality. I don't have to be the me because, I hate my 9-to-5 job. I hate this boring life. But to some people, that few moment of escape, just to dress up as someone else and just not think about your own like problems, that's what some people dress up as cosplay for. Okay. Me personally, I like more of the sewing and crafting side. I like taking a blank piece of paper and turning it into art, so it's more of the artistic side, right? Taking fabric and suddenly making it into a costume at the end of the day. That's the thrill I get out of it, the joy of saying, wow, I made that. Like, stuff that people sell in stores, I made that by hand. So that's what I enjoy about cosplays and stuff. And honestly, it's just a big community. I mean, nerd culture is big,
sure,
right? I mean, it's becoming more popular more every single day. Like San Diego Comic-Con, that's now raffled out tickets. Like that's a lottery system now. I mean, that's just how big it's getting now. It's crazy. So it's definitely something that's growing in interest. Even the average person, I mean, with all the Marvel movies coming out, everybody's into it. And so I feel like with that being introduced into pop culture life, it's everyday life, it's a nice way to meet people with a similar interest when you wear costumes that they can recognize.
Now, do you feel like, as a woman, do you feel like the costumes have to be sexual, or is there, or is it just a matter of just dressing up however you feel you best represent the character?
I think it's whatever you want personally, because don't get me wrong, there's different type of cosplays, like you said, some more sexual. I mean, as a female, if you feel confident, this makes you happy and you want to walk around with some, tatas just hanging out, but you feel good, go be yourself. Who's going to stop you? I know.
Police.
That's true. That is true. The police, like, ma'am, that should not be hanging out.
Hey, wait, something said shit.
Right? But like, I feel like if you're some girls like dressing up as guys, maybe they feel close to the character or they just like the masculine self of them. But yeah, do you? I feel like you don't dress what makes you happy. Why do you care about what people think about
That's
you?
true. That is true. More people can learn that. Anybody got anything else?
Hey, what?
More people can learn that.
He was in a suit today. Okay, he is in a nice polo shirt.
Did you learn? Because you gonna learn today.
Most people.
Love yourself.
Damn.
Love yourself.
Don't
Just
dress
in case
for
you
others.
wasn't already, bro. I got
Dress for
you.
yourself.
Anybody got anything else to talk about before we wrap it up?
I'm about to simply say 3 things. Nipsey Hussle died. You know what I mean? If you know that music.
He was hustling.
Unfortunately.
Oh, the reason they say this is the conspiracy because he's doing the documentary on the dude that cured AIDS.
Yeah, he was.
And the dude that cured AIDS died. He got killed too.
Yeah.
So they believe it's a conspiracy. So
I know.
it's a conspiracy.
I want to see that documentary.
Yeah. But he died, so I don't think it's
He
gonna
should
be
hustle his way to the afterlife.
No disrespect, condolences.
What? Because he'll be hustling in heaven.
Moving on.
The second one would go ahead and be, do we just pass on Shazam or do we actually watch it?
No, watch
I
it.
watched it.
Shazam-
watch it.
Shazam was
It was
actually
good.
Okay,
It was good.
Okay, now we got DC part. So do
No,
we
they
go
got
ahead and
CP.
pause?
Them
Do we
two
go
got
ahead and
CP.
pause? And do we say do we
Shazam?
pass on Captain Marvel or do we go ahead and see it?
No,
So these are 2 movies we
no.
must see.
Captain Marvel is worth a watch. It's do you have to watch it before Avengers Endgame? No, you don't have to watch it.
There you go. There you go.
Avengers
You
Endgame.
see what I mean?
Like as far as Avengers Endgame, it doesn't do anything for you. All the things for us
What do you
Avengers
mean?
Endgame
It
is
does.
just. Hi, I miss Marvel. I'm here.
That's all. Yeah, literally.
That's
Hey guys.
Yes, yes. It, like literally, it was no.
And
you didn't miss it.
then you see how
But you did.
you
though.
see a story of Nick Fury that never happened. There you go.
You missed her saying hi, guys.
Side note, Avengers Endgame is going to be 3 hours and 2 minutes.
Yeah. What about it?
Chris
That's
Evans
normal.
cried during the first hour when we watched it.
I said that's different.
Well,
I feel
that's
like
because Chris Evans
was in it, and he's like,
yeah.
Ain't
Chris
never
Evans,
been
no.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my last
Chris
paycheck
Evans,
for
like
that.
Chris Evans, yeah, that's literally how
Say
it goes.
what you want, but Chris Evans gives me respect. He's being
he gives you respect, you give him respect.
I give him respect.
There
He's
you go.
being Captain America on Twitter. Like that's dedication
All
right
right.
there. Like he's
You know what's
answering as
dedication? I need him to sign up for some more movies so that they can give him offspring. How about that?
oh boy.
All right. So the last one, bro, is all right. What do you go ahead and call sexual actions in? Do we not call that cosplay in the bedroom? Or what do we call it?
That's not.
I'm asking.
That's foreplay.
I in the dress up, bro.
Like that's
That's
role play.
role-play.
That's role play.
But it's
Look,
dressing all the way up.
and
And
she was
outfit.
Wait,
That's role play.
whoa. Your descriptions are
If she
way
is
too
Pikachu and you
real.
were throwing the ball at her to catch her,
That's role play.
That's role playing.
But you're dressing all the way up.
That's still
you're
role play.
acting it out.
Hang on, wait. Why is she dressed? Hang on.
No way.
Why are she dressed as Pikachu and you're dressed as Ash?
I know. She said Ash.
Right, I'm just.
Pikachu.
You said cool.
So
That's
what
the
you're trying to do
thing.
is you went to that bestiality thing. Well, what is he is a mouse. He's a mouse. You got one.
Okay, Ash and Misty. There you go.
Yeah. Yes, there you go. You know what I mean?
You trying to take yourself out the gutter? Got it.
Like,
No, at least we
go-
Brock and be
Yeah.
the nurses, you know.
So is that it? So
That's a form of foreplay called role play. That's different.
different.
The cosplay.
That's just like, ooh, I did a bad thing.
Role play to me is tied to
Officer
fantasy.
Jenny?
Okay,
It's
so-
we're recreating
Sure.
a fantasy
I was thinking
of
general.
one of the
No,
individuals.
So that it never actually that boundary does never cross.
Oh no, that boundary crosses.
That cross.
People all look. There's way to make money off of everything.
Gotcha. That's all I'm saying.
Everybody, I'll say it like this: everybody has their own fantasy. So
Oh yeah.
when everybody has their own fantasy, there's certain people that might consider certain things part of their fantasy, and that just needs to be in private. So
that just needs to be in private.
Yeah. Whatever live your fantasies in private. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Unless you want to live them in public and make money.
No, I can't be. What was the purple thing at McDonald's? And he's
Grimace.
And I decided like I'm gonna go ahead and I'm be Grimace. I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze everybody's tits because I'm Grimace.
Actually, you probably could. You could make money off that because people would pay to see those videos.
Oh.
You'd be like this. You'd be like,
Corey, pick of the week. What's your pick of the week?
What? I'm just saying. Whoever's spreading down the street, randomly squeezing girls. Just, you know who they're gonna call? And you know who they're really gonna call?
The law.
No, they're gonna call the Hamburglar to take him down.
Corey, what's your pick of the week?
Oh, fucking no.
Because you know they may even call Ronald McDonald.
No, nigga, you done.
Time.
You done. Shit.
Carrie, do you have a pick of the week first?
It's alright. It's alright.
Sebastian, what you got? Pick of the week.
I mean, we already talked about the Shield Hero, there's gonna be a new anime season coming out pretty soon. Pretty hype. It's gonna be like a week and a half from today. But I'm actually really excited because they're finally bringing back a true second season to It's Wrong. Is It Wrong?
Oh, are you really? That's so
Yeah.
nice.
You know what else? What else? All right. Man, because it's like 12 o'clock.
Right.
So, everybody remember that back in the day that it was samurais and they all had different colors. When
Samurai shampoo.
what it started with an R.
Rurouni Kenshin.
There you go.
They're
They're gonna bring it back. They're gonna bring it back.
I don't got time. No. I'm done.
Zoom into me. Zoom in.
I can't.
Zoom into me, bro. Zoom in.
I can't do it.
Zoom
I can't
in.
do it.
To me, bro.
I can't.
Here.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
All right.
I'm doing it.
It's gonna be a hentai.
Done. No.
I'm already out of
Veto.
there.
Stamp
I'm already out of
veto.
there.
Hell no.
I'm already out
What
of
the fuck are they doing?
Hey,
I'm already out of
to
there.
end the podcast, April Fools.
Mel, what's your pick of the week?
What is April Fool's?
I don't know. I just
It's April Fool's.
God damn, it's 12:06.
Oh, it is April Fools. Oh, man. Oh.
Bruh.
I fucking hate
The
you.
reason why I couldn't
I fucking
even or like appreciate that joke at all is because Kenshin.
No,
No, don't worry about it. Because you know what? The creator of that anime ruined that anime. Because 10 years later, they decided to come out with 2 movies called Love and Betrayal, which the first one's cool because it explains how Kenshin becomes Kenshin, and you're like, oh, this is cool. The second one's not cool because they kill him. Do you know how they kill Kenshin?
Didn't know those
I
things.
seen
Didn't know
that.
that.
I seen that.
Well,
They
shit.
kill him. Do you know how they kill him?
Didn't know.
They give him a disease.
What? The wimpiest way to take him out.
Thank you. No, hang on.
Goku
And they
died
make
from
it
disease.
they make it worse. They not only give him a disease, but it's essentially like gangrene throughout his entire body. And then he has a kid. His kid grows up hating him. And his wife dies of the same disease because he was like keeping his distance because he's like, I don't want you to die. And then she's like, but I'm so lonely. So to sleep with him, she decides to take on that disease. And they both die.
All right.
And leave
Good
his
job.
kid
Good job.
an orphan.
Good job.
All right.
Okay, let's wrap it up. Cam, what you got? Closing remarks.
It's called AIDS.
Pick of the week.
I don't think he had AIDS because he only messed around with one female.
Let's see what I got.
No, because she didn't have the disease.
I'm gonna go comic book related. If you haven't been following Marvel, now's a good time.
That's just the most generic stuff.
Whoa, I'm recommending a comic book series. Hold up, chill. So, they brought Wolverine back, blah, 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 blah. The next chapter that's going on right now, it's called, which I would love to see this and incorporate it in the movies maybe later or maybe in the games. But it's called The War of the Realms series.
The War of the what?
The Rams.
The War of the Rams?
The Rams.
Like
The
the
Rams.
Rams? Like
The
the
Rams.
animal.
The Rams.
With an L.
With an L.
Realm?
With a
Rams.
It'll be realms, not rams.
Rams.
Oh.
Ram.
Realm.
My brother.
Hey,
Weren't you speech therapy?
I am a speech therapist.
bro.
He hit his
Say
little
rel.
out. He hit his little.
Say rel.
Hey, he hit.
So,
No,
that
just
series
say
right
rap.
there, in that
War of the
series,
Rams.
a lot of things happen. A lot of the heroes go to Asgard. A lot of the heroes get different weapons and stuff. So you see their Norse form.
Did any of them get rams as weapons?
And in that series, some people
Fine.
die. So it's
Please
nice.
tell me it's not the ram.